part 6 of teaching the Tengwar. This week is special because we're going to learn about some very special characters. The first one being for R. The second one also being for R. Next one being an S and another S. And finally we'll learn how to do the H. So let's look at these, how to make them first. The way I make this will be down and just simply bring it around like that. To make the second R, you just go straight down and then create a hooking loop like that. The two S's that we'll be looking at look a little bit something like this. And then you want to flip this one over and make one sort of like that. And then the H is going to be more like that, right there. Alright, let's get into why these are special and why they deserve a little bit more attention. Alright, before we dive into some practice words, I want to explain to you the R rules. There's two different R's. This R that looks like this, and this R that looks like this. This R is going to come before vowels. So let's write that down. Okay. And what's significant about this R is you use this R before consonants, and also at the end of a word. Okay, so as long as you remember these two rules, then that will determine which one of these that you use. So let's do some word examples. So let's learn how to write ride, we're going to learn how to do rope, board, and room. Alright, so to do ride, we're going to use this one because it comes before a vowel, the I. So write the R, D, put our I, and then the ending E dot for ride. Alright, rope, we're going to use the same R because it comes before a vowel. Let's draw our P, and we're going to do our overhook and the last E dot for rope. Board, we'll use the same R because it comes before a vowel. So we'll write our B like this, and then do our R with the O in front of it, and then we're going to do our D with an E slash over it. So board. Room, we use the same R because it's followed by a vowel. This time we have two double vowels, so we're going to use a long carrier, do an O, and then we're just going to put our M at the end. So that's room. Alright, so now I'm going to slide this up, get out another sheet of paper. I'm going to continue. Let me slide the rules. If you would just give me a moment. I'm going to slide it so that you can still see. there. And then I'm going to bring this down so that we can still see the rules. And I want to continue to show you some different words using the other R. Okay, I think we're good there. Alright, so let's continue on with some different words. So we're going to try to use the other R some. So let's look at roar, tart, fort, and card. Alright, I'm going to show you how to draw these out. So this one is like this, R, because it's before a vowel. Then we're going to do a carrier, O. And then we're going to draw out the other R because it ends the word. For tart, we're going to do T. Then we're going to do our second R because it's before a consonant. Don't forget the A at the top. Draw your T to end it. Now for fort, we're going to draw our elf symbol. Go with the second R because it's before a consonant. Draw your O, and then draw the T to end it. Now for card, we use the K sound. And then we're going to draw the second R because it's before a consonant as well. Let's end it with D, and that's that. Roar, tart, fort, and card. Moving on. Alright, in this part, we're going to discuss the S's, and the only thing that you really need to know is that with the two S's, that this one begins a word with S, and this is when you get to the middle of a word where you approach an S, perhaps with another vowel or even another consonant. So it's, if there's anything before this S, this is when you would use this one. And I've seen in certain situations where they've been reversed a little bit, and as long as you can recognize this symbol, you should be able to read it. And as far as writing them, then that's really your discretion as to how you do it. Although I would recommend using this to start words that begin with S for sure, and use this as a secondary S into the word. So let me give you some examples to show you what I'm talking about. So let's do smart, singer, and sand. Alright, all these are going to use this S because they start at the beginning of a word. So let's write smart. So you write out this, that's your S. Then you draw an M. Then we're going to do an R, and the R that we're using before the consonant is going to be this one. Let's put our A and finish it out with a T. For singer, we are going to draw our S. And remember the NG, we want to do over, down, double, double, I for the I. And then for this R, it ends the word, so we definitely want to use that one and put a slash for the E. So that's singer. For sand, we're going to do this S. Now remember what I said, when you have an N and a consonant, you want to put that on top. So let's do our D like this. Draw a line to represent the ND, and then put your A vowel. So that's sand. Alright, so those are examples of the first S. let's do some examples with using the second S. So let's learn how to do rest, grace, and sense. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, why are we doing grace because there's no S in it at all? Well, because the C in certain words like grace and sense make this sound, we use the S letter, because you have to remember in the Tengwar that not every word is literally translated or transcribed even to exact letters. Most of the time it's done based off of the way it sounds. So let's start with rest. This R comes before a vowel, so we're going to do this R. Then to finish this out, we're going to use the second S because there's letters in front of it, especially a vowel. So we're going to draw that, then do a T, come back and put our E on, and that's rest. Now for grace, we're going to do a G, like that. And this R comes before a vowel, so we also want to use this one. And now we want to use an S because of the S sound. So let's draw that. And we're going to put an A over the S. And in this situation, I think I'm going to go with the dot for the ending E. So since this one's going to use both, we're going to start off with the first S, and then we're going to draw an N like this, put our I for the IN, come back and do the second S sound because it's preceded by letters, and we're going to just finish with an E dot at the end, and that's sense. Alright, let's move on to the next part. Right. And finally, we're going to be looking at the H sound, and H is used pretty much the same all the way across with anything you ever write. So let's just go ahead and start into the words. So hope, hint, behind, and that's it. Okay, so let's start here. We're going to draw our H, like that, draw a P like this, put our O over, and then draw a dot, and that's hope. So hint, draw your H, remember the N before a consonant, so we're going to do our T, draw a little line over that for the NT, and a dot for I. So there's H-I-N-T. Now for behind, we're going to draw our B, then we're going to draw our H, put a slash up here for the E, then we're going to do ND, so we draw our D, the wavy line, and then I, behind. Alright, that concludes our examples in this video, and the next thing that we'll be doing is looking at the riddle.